How you doing, folks? That's us back out again, and this time I'm up in Glen Dessary and I'm along with Brian again. So this should be a good day. Weather's looking perfect. We've got to do the 3 Munros, Sgurr and Ciche, and the other two I can't mind the name of them, but I'll put the names up when I get up to them. It's a fairly big day and we've got the e-bikes with us. And we're going to do the Steve Fallon route, which is a wee bit different from the Walk Highlands route. So instead of going right for the junction, we're going to go left. We can get the bike up 7.5 kilometres, 8 kilometres, so that'll make a difference for the way off. We'll just come off the nearest Munro will be our last Munro. We'll be doing Sgurr and Ciche first. So I'm just waiting on Brian coming. I don't know what's happened there, but he's got a wee bit of a problem with his bike just now, but it shouldn't be too long. So that's us on our way now. Brian had a wee bit of bother with his chain there, but it's all fixed. So we're at the sign now, we're at the fork. We normally go right, but we're going to go left and go through the Glen Dessary forest. And that'll get us further along with the bikes. I think if you go this way you're getting maybe 4 kilometres, but this way you're 7.5 to 8 kilometres. And like I said earlier, we've got to do Sgurr and Ciche first, then we'll work our way back. So that's us ditched the bikes. We managed to get in 8 kilometres. So basically that'll be 16 kilometres saved from walking. And that's double the distance for the other path. So that'll be ideal, especially we've cut short this morning. A couple of road closures on the M8. Went down to the Erskine Bridge. I couldn't get across it. So we had to double back through Glasgow and up the M80. So we lost an hour. So that early rise was a waste of time basically. And I just caught us out of. But that's us on the path now, heading up to Sgurr and Ciche. So hopefully we'll be up here in a few hours. So that's us up out the forest now. And we've got 9.5 kilometres under our belt. Been walking maybe 20 minutes or something like that. It was quite steep coming up after we dropped the bikes off. But you can see where we were going behind us. So we head up quite a sharp gully. It's very steep. So we just need to keep our eyes out for that. So that's us been on the go. That's an hour and 35 minutes. And we've done just about 11 kilometres. And we're still only at 300 metres. You can see the path just snaking up through the crags there. So I don't think we'll be too long up there, maybe half an hour or so. Hopefully. Then we'll come up and there's a gully at the other side of us. We'll rise up that quite steeply. And that'll take us into the Beelac before we can actually drop the bags and then just head up to Sgurr and Ciche. So it's flattened out a bit now. That was a bit of a lung buster, so we're getting a wee break right now. When we're at, that's 570 metres. So the last couple of 100 metres we got up quite quickly, so it was steep. Some views of the day, it's a bit overcast, but it looks like the sun's trying to get out. You can just see that's the Glenfinnan hills there. And then you've got Streep, that's the Corbett, then Gilvain, and I look back down Glen Dessary. And I just look at that, that's me up at the Beelac now. That's Loch Nevis in front of us there, and out the wee island, that's Egg. And just to the right of that, I think that's the Rum, the Isle of Rum. That'll be the Rum Coolins. So I'm sure this is Sgurr and Ciche here, just up there, and we'll head up in. There we go guys, that's us at the gully, just ready to climb up through here. I think it goes up for, I don't know, 150 metres or something. Then it's just up to the left and up to Sgurr and Ciche, up to the summit. That's a bit of a lung buster that. Just going up, very steep. But easy enough. That's me out of the gully now, and that's me up at the wall. So this is the route here to go up Sgurr na Ciche. We're at 863 metres. So I reckon we've got about 180 metres to go, just under 175 or so. Well, it looks quite craggy, we're just snaking our way through all these. I'm pretty sure the path will be quite well marked. So that's been quite relentless coming up this. That's me at 960 metres. So I've got 80 to go. There's target number 2 over there. That'll be the top, just up there, that's second bump in. That's me up in the ridge now. And there you go, there, Loch Chioch, down in front of us. Oh, look at this. The tops are on show today. Fantastic. Yes! Sgurr na Ciche, 1,040 metres. And Munro, number 238 for me. Boom, get in there. What a day. I'll give you a 360, but it'll be with a drone. I'm going to put a drone up. This is fantastic. Can't beat days like this. It's not a breath of wind either. Big change for last week up in the Strathfarrar fort when it was blowing a gale. So I was going to leave Sgurr na Ciche now. I never said that, only took us 3 hours 45 minutes. There's a big difference going that Steve Fallon route. Took about an hour off the journey, I would say. But we're going to make our way down and make our way over to Munro number 2. See you en route. So that's us dropped off the summit now, and we're going to make our way down to the Beelac and start heading up for number 2, which is over there. You can see the wall, so we're just going to follow the wall all the way up and probably right through over to the next Munro. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to put the camera away because it's very steep coming up here. I've actually got my walking poles out now. I don't want to take a tumble because I'll no stop. So that's us down at a Beelac now, between the first and second. Just stop for a wee bite to eat. A wee piece of salmon, can't beat them. That's us on the Ascent now, a Munro number 2. So, doesn't look too bad. I think it might be up there in maybe half an hour. Should be fine. Want to try and reach the last Munro for at least 5 o'clock, so we can get done before it gets dark. But the good thing is, once we drop off that last Munro, we're straight at the bike. That's us near the top now. That's the top there of Garbh, Chioch, Mhor. That's 1,013 metres. And if you look down there, you can see where we came from. We cycled through the 2 woodlands. That's where the bikes are. And we'll come down that Munro there, down that flank, right down into where the bike is. We've got this little scrambly section. The top's just up there. There we go, boom. Number 239, Munro number 239. And what a splendid viewpoint this is as well. I'll put the name of Munro up down below. One of the ones I keep forgetting the name and find it hard to pronounce. Ouija, you know what I mean? So that's took us 5.5 hours to get to here, and we've done, that's 17 kilometres. So that's quite good going. So that's us leaving Munro number 2 now and heading over to number 3. It's quite a distance over to this one, but we had the drone up there. Hope you like the footage, because it absolutely looks amazing when you're actually filming it. What an area. There's no many better areas than this in Scotland, I'll tell you. Outstanding. Pretty steep section. So that's us down after second Munro. That's took an hour, bang on. But it's quite a walk along the ridge right enough, so it was quite good. But a few ups and downs. But it's quite steep coming down that last section there. Had to watch what you're doing. They're rough hills, but cracking hills. So I've got this ascent here. I think it's just a couple of 100 metres. I think this is the lowest Munro of the day. I'm not sure of the height, but once I get up there, I'll let you know what it is. There we go, folks. That's Munro number 3 of the day. Sgurr and Coireachan. 953 metres. Boom. And Munro number 240. It's always good to get into a new count of 10. So that's took us 40 minutes just to get up for the Bielak down there. It was not too bad. The views are outstanding. It's got better as the day's going on. Brightened up a bit. There's Brian. So that's the 3 Munros done, so we're just going to head down here. That's the descent route here, and it drops quite steeply. So we'll need to take our time to get down there. I'll not be doing much filming. What I will do, I'll get back in touch with you when I get to the bike. I reckon that'll probably be about an hour and a half maybe. Struggled to get down in time, to be honest. So we've been on the go for 9 hours now. So I think this is going to take us 9 hours, maybe 40 minutes or so. Which isn't too bad, not too shabby. But that was relentless coming down that hill. I actually cramped up a couple of times there. Oh. And the sun was beating down, so it was up a warm. So I'll see you at the bike. Like that. Minging. But that's us back at the bikes anyway. So had a wee bit of malfunction last night, guys. The battery ran out. So we got back to the car about 7:30, and overall the walk was 10 hours 6 minutes. We've done 32 kilometres, 16 on the bike and 16 hard kilometres round the Munros. So I'm back down the road and I'm out with my dogs. We never got home at 12:30 last night, and I'm going to call it a day here. So I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.